One thing that a lot of fans out there are really looking forward to seeing in Star Wars Episode 9 are of course the numerous twists and turns coming our way that'll change our perception of the originals and the prequels. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing I gotta say that I'm truly excited to see in this movie is exactly how J.J. Abrams is going to really give us a great payoff at the very end of the film, and what kind of twists and turns will actually come our way that will change our view on the entire Skywalker saga. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with one of the set designs that is going to be a filming session for one of the final scenes in the third act of the movie. Specifically, both Daisy Ridley and Mark Hamill are set to shoot a sequence at Cardington for what's being described as a crucial scene to the Skywalker saga that will change how people see the character of Luke in the sequels. It's described to be a very important scene for one of the sequences in the third act of the movie that will have a major impact on the main sequel trilogy characters, Kylo Ren and Rey as well. The set design is described as both Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, and Mark Hamill acting in front of a large ancient structure that is said to most likely be a Jedi temple. The floor design is described to have a first Jedi mosaic, something that is being expanded from Episode 8, The Last Jedi. It's described that this moment will also change fans' perspective of how the Force works and some shattering reveals for all three characters within a 20-minute span during the ending of the movie. So I really want to go over a couple of parts about this that are getting me very excited about Episode 9 and what J.J. Abrams has in store for this movie. Now, we do know that there are going to be a lot of twists in this film that's really going to come out of left field, and we're not even going to expect them or really expect to see any of these, actually. It's going to be a huge surprise, apparently, in this movie. Now, the first thing that I do want to go over is how this actual sequence between both Mark Hamill and Daisy Ridley is described as a sequence that is going to be a very crucial scene to the Skywalker saga. So a crucial scene to the Skywalker saga, what could this necessarily mean? Could this be a hint that Rey is indeed a Skywalker, or maybe even in fact Luke's daughter, or maybe she was created by DNA of Luke Skywalker through use of the severed hand? I'm not quite sure. But if it has to do with a crucial scene involving the Skywalker saga, I'm pretty sure that it's implying that it is something to do with the Skywalker bloodline. And after all, we heard hints about this before in the past, that the Skywalker bloodline would be further explored in this movie. After all, one of the Vader comics gave us a little hint that Palpatine was pretty much the one who initiated the birth of Anakin through Shmi Skywalker. A very interesting comic, by the way. If they do something like that, I think that'll be pretty impressive. I'm not quite sure if JJ would really go that far, though. As far as everything else goes, this is described to be one of the final sequences within the third act of the movie, specifically the ending of Episode 9. Now, this set design is described as having both, also Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, and Mark Hamill in a separate sequence acting in front of a large ancient structure, which is most likely a Jedi temple. Now, they're going to be standing on top of a first Jedi mosaic. Now, I don't know if you guys know about this, but the first Jedi mosaic was a mosaic that we saw in The Last Jedi within the first Jedi temple on Ahch-To. So this mosaic is also elsewhere. It's also, within and a part of other Jedi temples from what it seems. So what does the first Jedi have to do with the overall Episode 9 story and the Skywalker saga? That's a huge question for sure. Is Rey perhaps maybe a reincarnation of the first Jedi? Is J.J. Abrams going to do something to that extent? I'm not quite sure. I think that if J.J. really wants to shock the fans truly, especially the hardcore fans, I think that Rey's revelation or Kylo's revelation has got to do something with a connection to one of the legacy characters or to one of the known characters. I'm talking Luke, Vader, Palpatine, Obi-Wan, you name it, right? I think that if they could pull that off, I think in a clever way, people will really be truly satisfied with the sequel trilogy. Now, the other thing that I'm looking at here, I really want to go over is, of course, how 3 characters are going to have 3 main revelations within a 20-minute span during the ending of the film. This, of course, consists of both Luke, Kylo, and Rey, the main characters of this story, basically, right? And we do know that J.J. Abrams wants to do something truly special that's really going to change our view on The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens and the whole entire Skywalker saga as well. So what do you guys make about all of this? What do you think is really going on here? You know, what's actually going to happen during the ending of this film? This sounds surprising for sure, how we're going to get a lot of revelations within such little time within the 3rd act of the movie. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.